We're going to be talking about all the disaster curses, right? Hanami and her showing against Yuji and Todo was not very good, especially as like a special grade disaster curse. She did not put on a good showing. I mean, Yuji at that time was like, dude, he was relative to Nanami, but like low end relative. And if you don't believe he was like still low end relative to Nanami, it took Yuji like 2 small mini arcs to still be compared to Nanami. Like, I'm talking about the Shibuya arc where Ino says, oh, well, his striking strength is like comparable to Nanami, right? And I know that was the first time Ino seeing Yuji, so he can be like, well, this is his first time seeing him, so, well, he can just be comparing him to Nanami now. Like, he could have been as strong as Nanami when he was punching Hanami, but that's not the case, because we know when you land Black Flash, you get stronger. And even after he fought Hanami, he landed a Black Flash in the Cursed Womb arc fighting his brothers. So Yuji actually got stronger since he fought Hanami, and then was comparable to Nanami. So that's just factual that he wasn't as strong as Nanami when he fought Hanami, yet still he was able to dent Hanami's body and do all this other crazy shit. You know what I mean? So Hanami is kind of like on the super weaker end of disaster curses, and this is like crazy that she's able to actually get damaged by this week of a version of Yuji. And I know the author or creator, we get extra notes saying that the Black Flashes and everything else would have killed Jogo or something, which is crazy, and just like a magnitude to how strong Yuji Black Flashes were. But like I just said, his regular punches were doing enough damage to put dents in her, and he still wasn't as strong as Nanami. So that's a pretty crazy feat from, like I said, I don't want to say anti-feat, because all these characters are still relatively strong in their own universe, but still as a disaster curse, that's pretty crazy. And I do think Hanami is like probably the weakest disaster curse. She just doesn't have the feats. Yes, she has a domain, but we don't see her use it. Her battle IQ is fucking terrible. Jogo is telling her don't use her amplification. Don't stop using her amplification, and she stopped using it and fucking dies to Gojo. Like, her battle IQ is fucking horrendous compared to the other disaster curses. And I know Jogo's like one of the smartest, and is still probably. And, you know, we haven't decided it yet. I know that we haven't decided it, but realistically, you guys know, like, Jogo's probably going to be with number 1 or 2 on this video. And his battle IQ is just far above Hanami's. Hanami's is just so fucking low. So, for that and her getting punched and her durability being so low, I'm going to have to put Hanami on the bottom of this list. And I know some of you guys will be like, oh, well, Hanami is low-key terrible. She's trash. So yeah, let's move on from Hanami. So of course this is like common sense, 1, 2, 3, basic elementary shit. But Dagon is far stronger than Hanami. When I mean Dagon is far stronger than Hanami, just go look at fucking what Dagon had to go up against. He had to go up against Naobito, who's the fastest sorcerer, right? Then he had to go up against Nanami, who was like leagues above the Yuji that Hanami was fighting during that time. Because you have to look at it, because Nanami punching power, Nanami couldn't even scrape Dagon. He said, like, it's like he didn't even scratch him or some shit, like, oh, he has infinite HP or some shit. Basically, he realistically did nothing to him but fucking throw him back to the ground, basically. Now imagine Yuji, who is putting fucking dents in Hanami trying to fight that exact same Dagon. It would be doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so with that being said, Dagon's gonna go in second to weakest disaster curse. So we're gonna be moving on to Mahito, and these two places can actually go interchangeable. It's so confusing trying to figure out who's actually stronger. I've been trying to figure this out for years. Yeah, so we're just gonna be putting Mahito second because Jogo has a better portfolio than Mahito. So let's talk about Mahito, and the best way to talk about Mahito / scale him is to talk about Yuji. In the beginning of Shibuya, Yuji is comparative to Nanami, somebody who's like, you get Yuji fighting Choso, so he gets experience from fighting Choso, but he loses, and he swaps with 15 Finger Sukuna. 15 Finger Sukuna fights Jogo. He uses his Fuga arrow. He fights Maharaga. He uses his Fuga arrow again. He opened his domain expansion. He tanked hits from Maharaga. So basically, after 15 Finger Sukuna swaps with Yuji, Yuji completely becomes like a different opponent. Like Yuji's able to tank a Black Flash from Mahito, and Mahito has always either been completely stronger than Yuji or he was slightly stronger than Yuji. It goes from him not even being able to kill him with a fucking Black Flash. That's how crazy the swap training with Sukuna actually was. People don't actually realize this, but Yuji's durability, speed, every single stat he has shot way up. And if he was comparable to a grade 1 who quote unquote can be like the pinnacle or lead the Jujutsu world in terms of like philosophy, in terms of like morality through his strength, then he would already be comparative to like special grade, and that would make sense why he's able to dodge Yuta's attacks and initially match his speed or even outright be faster than Yuta. So that would completely make sense. And this Mahito still doesn't drop off in terms of strength. Like Mahito would still be relative in terms of like the plot if he was still around, because he would still be strong as fuck. This nigga has another form, Yuji, who is still comparative to Nanami, who was punching Choso. He said he felt like a brick wall when Choso like did blood armor. So basically that would have been like the equivalent to him punching Dagon, basically, because it did nothing. And they're like equal in terms of strength. And Nanami said, well, punching Dagon is like nothing. You know what I mean? So I would just equate that. I would just make that the equivalent to each other. Jogo just has a better portfolio because of the people he fought, the experiences that he has. I don't know, like a type of portfolio to like an athlete or a character that I can like refer him to. But Jogo is a real underdog. Like his stats is crazy. Like he's the most slept on character ever. Well, in terms of his own universe. Like, let me just bring up Toji again. Toji fought Awakened Teen Gojo, and he basically lost to 2 attacks. And well, 1 attack really, but the reversal red completely overwhelmed him, and that was like Gojo's first time ever realistically using reversal red, and it just completely overwhelms him. And this is still a teen Gojo, and he's not even amplifying it by telling him how it works. Now when you fast forward years later to an adult Gojo, and he's explaining to Jogo how the reversal red works, therefore amplifying it, and Jogo still tanks it, gets beat up some more, and then fucking Gojo opens a limited void, fights Gojo again in fucking Shibuya, then fights 15 Finger Sukuna, where Sukuna tells him that he's strong and that he should be proud of himself. Jogo is probably the most slept on character, period, nigga. Like, his strength is crazy, bro. His strength is crazy. And I don't even think I have to go into terms of who I think he'd beat and everything else. I think his resume speaks for itself. And if you guys actually want a Jogo dedicated video of how strong he is or who would he beat, just let me know in the comment section. And thank you for all of my subscribers and commenters. I'm sorry for being gone for so long, but I'm back. Let me know what you guys want. I was thinking about doing like I was thinking about doing a big one, but I'll wait on that. I'll ask you guys in a few community posts, but I'm back. So I'll let you guys, you know what I'm saying, and like this video, share it, subscribe, share it with your friends, and yeah, we're back.
EGS, you're back for the second time or third, cause I think the loss count. Niggas put the fuck up. Went to the store and bought me some socks. Last time I dug her out in Crocs. It was raining cause I hit the jackpot. Rigor money bitch, show me what you had.